Buick is in the midst of changing its image, and the Cascada is one of the products that helps with that. Introduced just last year, the 2017 version doesn't change much, but there is a new trim level called Sport Touring. And speaking of that, we will be covering all of the trim levels in this review. So let's go ahead and check it out. We would like to specially thank Glenn Buick GMC for allowing us to come out and film this review. If you would like to check out their dealership and massive inventory of all the Buick and GMC models, a link to their website has been provided in the video description. The Cascada has been on sale for a few years in Europe as an Opel, so there are a few areas that seem older than its 2016 introduction would suggest. One of those things is the older style Buick key fob. You have regular keyless entry and a switchblade key. Remote start is included on every Cascada. Let's check out what's under the hood. As far as the powertrain is concerned, the Cascada is available in only one configuration. For the engine, you have a small 1.6-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, which produces 200 horsepower and 207 pound-feet of torque. That power is fed to the front wheels via a 6-speed automatic transmission with manual shiftability. Since there is only one setup, there is also only one fuel economy. That rating is 20 city, 27 highway, 23 combined. Now we'll drop the top and check out the outside. The top falls away in just 17 seconds, and it can be operated at speeds up to 31 miles per hour. Buick hasn't offered a convertible in 25 years, so that kind of makes the Cascada a big deal. Up front, almost every Cascada gets this simple chrome grille, with the resurrected 3-color Buick emblem. The new Sport Touring can add a dark effects package that blacks out the grille and a few other things like the mirrors. Every model gets these HID headlights, which are auto-leveling and articulating. You also get LED daytime running lights. Down here you have fog lamps on all but the base trim. One really nice feature Buick gives you is 20-inch wheels standard on every trim level. They come in several designs, these being the ones that come on the base model, and they can be added to the premium model as a no-cost option. The premium can also have a blacked out wheel design, and the Sport Touring gets unique sterling silver wheels. The brakes are a 12.6-inch ventilated disc in the front and 11.5-inch solid disc in the rear. The tires are of course all seasons. There are a few European touches around, like these side-mounted turn signals. The mirrors are heated and power adjusting, but side blind zone alert is not available. The Cascada is 184.9 inches long. I can't really compare that to rivals because there aren't any. Similar vehicles like the Chrysler 200 convertible have left the market, so if you want a 4-seat entry-level luxury convertible, this is your only choice. As for safety, the Cascada scored 5 stars on the government's test, but it has not been tested by the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety. Premium and sport touring models also add forward collision alert and lane departure warning. There's a nice body line that runs upward like the car's profile. The Cascada has a 14.3 gallon fuel tank, which gets it a 329-mile range. It does ask for premium fuel, but it's not required. Around back, the look is pretty sleek, just like the front. There's a Buick badge set inside this large piece of chrome, which also runs into the taillight unit. The taillights themselves are LEDs. Down below you have a single exhaust outlet. Shark fin antenna. As you can see, everything is seamlessly covered up when the top is down. Anyways, let's go ahead and check out the inside. When it comes to interior combinations, the Cascada is pretty straightforward. It's available in either this light neutral color or just black. The dark effects package adds red stitching to the standard leather seating. Like most coupes, the door of the Cascada is long and heavy. It's trimmed in premium materials, like this black and beige leather. The Cascada has 4 windows, and they are all fully automatic. This is where you adjust the mirrors. The Cascada seats are 10-way power adjusting with 4-way power lumbar support. Every Cascada gets perforated leather seats with this pattern. The bolstering isn't super aggressive, but you do set a bit lower than in a sedan like the Regal. It's not really convertible weather today, so I'm going to go ahead and start her up and close the roof. Like I said earlier, this has a regular key, and push button start isn't available. This 7-inch display comes on all models. Also, when the key goes into the ignition, this mechanism moves forward the seatbelt so you can reach it.
This vehicle is in demonstration mode, connected by OnStar's high-speed 4G connection. Press the blue OnStar button to learn more.
Okay, so let's get this top back up. It's a very simple process. All you have to do is press down on this lever. Everything is automated and it takes just a few seconds. The beep means it is finished, and you can now roll the windows back up with this switch. Even with the top up, the cabin still feels very big and open. The material quality of the Cascada is also very good. The entire dash is made of stitched soft touch plastic, and you have some nice wood trim in front of the passenger. Fit and finish also seems to be good. The gauges aren't anything fancy, but all the numbering is clear and legible. You also get this basic multi-information display. You actually control it through this button on the stalk. The red graphics are out of date, but it does get the job done. The Cascada gets electric power steering, which is fed via this leather-wrapped steering wheel. Steering wheel heating is also standard, which is nice. Here are your pre-collision and cruise controls. On the right side you have your audio and phone controls. Your headlight controls. Storage space in the Cascada is actually pretty good for a two-door. The center console is decently sized. No felt lining or connections though. Up here you have a pretty big bin, perfect for phones, and it has a USB port, 12-volt outlet, and an aux jack. Here's your electronic parking brake. You can shift the Cascada manually by pushing it to the left, but you won't find any pedal shifters on any trim. When you shift into reverse, you'll find a standard backup camera with dynamic grid lines. Front and rear parking assist is included on premium and sport touring models. Coming up the console, you'll find a lot of buttons, and the ones on the bottom are for the climate control. Dual zone automatic climate control is standard across the board, and can be adjusted through these knobs. It's relatively easy to use, but some of the buttons are pretty small. Another nice standard feature are these 3-stage heated front seats. That, along with the heated steering wheel, help you to drop the top even when it's chilly outside. Every Cascada gets the 7-speaker audio system, which sounds really good. It can get plenty loud enough to hear even with the top down. All the audio functions are controlled via these knobs and buttons. And now we'll take a quick look at the standard IntelliLink system. This is the older style system, so the graphics are a bit dated and the touch responsiveness is not as good as in newer models. You do get some apps like Pandora and Stitcher. Navigation comes on the premium and sport touring trim levels. There are some nice features like text message support. The mirror is auto dimming on all Cascadas, and you have your OnStar buttons across the bottom of it. Overall, the cabin of the Cascada is a nice place to spend time. It's comfortable, roomy, and luxurious, which are all things people look for in a grand touring convertible. Now I'll hand it over to my brother, who will show you the rest of the vehicle.
As with pretty much every other coupe or convertible, just pull in this lever to get into the rear seats. It is nice though that Buick auto-slides the seat forward. Now in the back of the Cascada you have 32.8 inches of legroom and 36.1 inches of headroom. Really, there aren't any competitors, so I'll just give you a reference point. The 2017 Infiniti Q60 has 32.4 inches of legroom. You do have pretty good amenities in the rear. This area is covered in soft leather with stitching, and some wood tracing the outside. Up here there is also soft touch plastic. In the middle you have a 12-volt power outlet, and then in the center you have 2 cup holders and some storage. I'll visually show you how much legroom I have behind my brother's seating position. We're not super tall people, but there is absolutely no way I can fit behind the passenger seat, which is slid all the way back. There is also a little tunnel here. Summed up, the Cascada's rear seat is actually one of the better coupes I've been in. It's pretty luxurious and halfway comfortable, so thumbs up Buick. Opening the trunk is done by using the key fob. Inside you'll find a pretty spacious 13.4 cubic feet of space with the convertible top up, and 9.8 cubic feet with the top down. So once again, it's pretty much a standard affair for coupes and convertibles space-wise. If you're worried that a weekend bag won't fit, I'm pretty sure you'll be absolutely fine. The passenger seat is exactly like the driver's, 10-way power with 2-way power lumbar support. The dash is soft touch plastic. The glove box opens surprisingly wide, and it is dampened and felt lined. Well guys, we hope you enjoyed this very detailed look at the 2017 Buick Cascada Premium. Stay tuned for the pricing information of this particular model, as well as the rest of the Cascada lineup. Hit those like and subscribe buttons, and don't forget to come along with us next time as we sample more of the latest automotive delicacies.